won both, and now they have another pair here in San Antonio versus the Tigers. Moore will get a hit off error that went off third baseman De La Luna's glove, picked up by shortstop Horn, but Moore was there in time before the throw. Moore will pass the bat off to number 5, second baseman Lexi Morris. Tigers are hoping to keep the Beavers from having the big-time starts they had against the Mountaineers yesterday. Did a lot of damage in the, obviously, beginning innings. Be a foul ball down the right field line. A lot of damage in the beginning innings. First 13 batters to the plate helped build an 8-0 lead for the Beavers over the Mountaineers to start. A lot of hits, a lot of players going 3 for 3, 4 for 5. Just a lot of hit streaks for the Beavers to really get the game going. And then to back that up, starting pitcher Maura O'Reilly had her first career no-hitter in Game 1. And O'Reilly is starting for the Beavers this morning versus the Tigers, who we will see in the circle soon. Current 2-2 count to Morris, no outs. Sarah Moore, her teammate at first. She will hit it under the glove of second baseman Whitman. That gets into the right center gap, going all the way to Walsh. Morris will get a stand-up double, and that will score more. So the Beavers off to an early start, now 1-0.
Now batting for the Beavers is number 13, shortstop Isabel Aguilar.
This brings up Beavers player number 13, shortstop senior Isabel Aguilar. Runner in scoring position for Aguilar. Swing and a miss, but ball gets past catcher Lloyd, and Morris will advance to third on that. Nice base hit back to pitcher Betcher that goes off her glove. It is then scooped up quickly by shortstop Horn to get Aguilar out first. She does get the RBI, and the score is now 2-0 in favor of the Beavers, and that was their first out of the inning. Now batting is catcher number 19, Kate Karamoussis. Karamoussis is a dominant player for the Babson Beavers. Driven multiple runs through both games yesterday in their sweep. Probably one of the star players for sure for the Beavers. Alongside Karamoussis, standout players are, like we mentioned earlier, pitcher Maura O'Reilly as well as pitcher Logan McDonald. Chloe Joslin is also pretty big, as well as Karl Harnick, Isabel Aguilar, who we just saw, and Lexi Morris, who we also just saw. But overall, the Babson Beavers are quite a talented team, so it'll be very exciting to see this matchup this morning versus the Tigers. Karamoussis will get a base hit to right field, and she will get thrown out from right field by Christina Kish to first baseman, outstretching Jordan Williams to get Karamoussis out at first. So it looked like a typical base hit was ran through by Kish, the right fielder, and thrown out at first to get the second out of the inning for the Tigers. Now for the Beavers is number 15, Chloe Joslin. Joslin first pitch swinging and will be thrown out from second. That will end the inning. So the Beavers score 2 in that inning and are up 2 already. And we'll be back to see the Beavers on defense and Tigers get the bats in their hand and start chipping away at the lead that the Beavers have created. This is Trinity Softball from Tiger Network. The defensive lineup for the Babson Beavers is as followed. Pitching is Maura O'Reilly. Catching is number 19, Kate Karamusis. At third base, we have number 6, Athena Hydroponies. Excuse me for the butchering. At shortstop, we have Isabel Aguilar. At second base is number 5, Lexi Morris. At first base is Chloe Joslin. In left field, we have number 8, Aubriana Natoli. In center field is number 10, Audrey Laboliere. And rounding it out in right field is number 2, Sarah Moore. Starting the Tigers off offensively is catcher number 27, Jess Lloyd. Jess's hit streak unfortunately came to an end last weekend as the Tigers went to Sul Ross State to face the Sul Ross Lobos. Jess was able to get a hit in the first game of that doubleheader, getting her hit streak to 7 games, but unfortunately was not able to get one in the second. So her hit streak ended at 7 games, but Jess continues to be a dominant clutch hitter for the Tigers. As you can see here, she's worked her way off to be a leadoff hitter for the Tigers. And overall, Lloyd has just been a dominant freshman and offensive player for the Trinity Tigers this season, which is exactly what they have been lacking and what they are needing in this 2021-2022 season. Lloyd with a 1-2 count from pitcher O'Reilly. Now 2-2. Pitcher Maura O'Reilly is a sophomore lefty from Columbus, Ohio. She previously attended Bishop Watterson High School. Foul ball back, count stays 2-2. Babson University is located in Babson Park, Massachusetts, which is 14 miles west of Boston. They are in the New England Women's and Men's Conference, the NUMAC Conference. So these are their first games of their 2021-2022 season, starting off pretty strong. Lloyd will drive a base hit into the glove of second baseman Morris for the first out of the inning. This will bring up number 2, slapper senior Sammy Whitman. Sam nearly gets a base hit to left field, but it goes foul. Speaking of last weekend versus the Sol Ross Lobos, they were probably two of the better games that the Tigers have played. Although they did end in losses, they both had rallies by the Tigers, and Tigers showed a no-quit attitude, which was nice to see from them. Sam will be sat down with the strikeout swinging for the second of the inning. So the Tigers would drop the first game 1-0 and the second 3-1. Katherine Patterson, our starting pitcher, who again is out with sickness, threw 2 complete games. So she threw 14 innings and only allowed 4 runs against. So major shout out to Cat Pat for a phenomenal performance there in the circle. Now up is number 15, Marina De La Luna. So like I said, Jess hit streak extended to 7 games, but was cut short at the 8th. Sydney Watson, currently playing center field this game, got her first collegiate double, which was huge to see for Watson. Very proud of her. Marina swings and miss. Count is now 1-1 to De La Luna. Overall, the Tigers had a lot of steals, patience for walks, but just not enough clutch timing hits with runners in scoring position to get the outcome that they wanted. But they showed fight and tried to get back in the ball game. Just wasn't enough time or effort to fully make the comeback. But it's still good to see that improvement by the Tigers. De La Luna fouls one back, and the count is now 1-2. 2 outs. Bottom of the first, Tigers down 2-0 to the Babson Beavers. Another foul ball. Count stays 1-2. Right fielder Moore and second baseman Morris will collide in right foul field territory to drop a foul ball. Both are okay. Great hustle by all of them, as well as first baseman Joslin. So De La Luna stays alive in the box with a 1-2 count and 2 outs. And she will be sat down with a strikeout swinging. So the Tigers aren't able to get any hits or any runs or even any runners on in that first inning, but still a lot of game left. Tigers are down 2-0 to the Babson Beavers, and we will be back for the top of the second. This is Trinity Softball from Tiger Network. Now back for the top of the second inning. Starting it off for the Babson Beavers is number 14, Audrey Laboliere. Laboliere is from Pippersville, Pennsylvania, previously attending Central Bucks East High School. She'll check swing and be called for it on the first pitch. Over the weekend, Labouliere did not make any errors in 91 chances alongside her senior teammates Karl Harnick and Adriana Natoli. Labouliere batted .262 with 4 extra base hits, 5 stolen bases, and 7 RBIs. So having a good weekend thus far is Labouliere. She now has a 2-1 count versus Tigers pitcher Betcher. Now 3-1. Foul ball. Full count. Ball in the dirt will give Labouliere the walk. She passes the bat to number 8, Adriana Natoli.
Now batting, number 8 left fielder, Adriana Natoli.
Natoli is a senior from Fairfield, Connecticut, previously attending Fairfield Ward High School. She also will check swing on the first pitch for a strike. Natoli went 7 for 21, so a .333 batting average, also with a pair of extra base hits yesterday versus Shriner Mountaineers. Pitch will be a ball from Betcher. Count is 3-1 now to Natoli. And that will be a second consecutive walk from Betcher. Runners on first and second now for number 6, Athena Hydroponies. Head coach of the Tigers, Abigail Martin, calls time to have a conference in the circle with her pitchers and infielders.
Now batting, number 6, third baseman, Athena Hydroponies. I thought I had it.
Dude, I swear to God, she was looking a cigarette you waiting for you to say it because she like zoomed.
I did the same thing when people announce my name.
You're like, okay, so how are they gonna do this?
Hydroponies will ground out to pitcher Betcher, so runners move to now second and third. Those stats earlier I mentioned for the runners who ended up walking, which were Natoli and Labouliere, were actually from last season overall, so apologies on that, but still, you can see that they are standout players for Babson, which shows in their patience in the box, letting them both get walks. So now batting is number 16, Karl Harnick. Harnick is a senior from Sammamish, Washington. She has 2 foul balls to the left side to now have her count 0-2. Harnick is the DP this morning. Count 1 and 2 now.
And it did not work.
Oh yeah.
Like they added in some letters and I was like,
They didn't know what it was. So they
No.
just like they just guessed.
oh, but they butchered everybody. It's like we had a girl, her last name was Alfaro, and I like announced it as Alfredo, and we laughed so fucking
2-2 incoming pitch from Betcher to Harnick. She will line out to pitcher Betcher, and a nice reaction catch by the pitcher. The runners will not advance, so they are not still at second and third.
Now batting number 2, right fielder Sarah.
We are back to the top of the lineup with number 2 right fielder Sarah Moore. Previous at bat, Sarah got a hit and would eventually score the first run of the game. She'd be brought in by teammate Morris. So Moore is in the box with teammates in scoring positions at second and third. 2 outs in the top of the second. Beavers are up 2-0 over the Tigers. And she will ground out to Betcher, who snags it and throws her out at first to end the inning without any more damage done on the scoreboard. So Beavers still lead 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the second. This is Trinity Softball from Tiger Network. Starting off for the Tigers is DP number 19, Lainey Smith. Smith in the DP role this game, as she has been the past couple of games for the Tigers. You will most likely see Smith in the circle. If not this game, then definitely next game. Swing and a miss from Smith after that foul ball. Now an 0-2 count. Smith, one of 4 pitchers, well, I guess 5 pitchers, as utility player Brie Pena has gone back in the circle since she hasn't been since her freshman year. She's currently a fifth year senior. 1-2 count to Smith now. Pitcher staff has faced some injuries and currently now sickness. Starting pitcher Katherine Patterson out with a fever this morning. Brooke Porter will have surgery on her knee. She's out for the rest of this season. Incoming freshman, or current freshman, Kaylee Ortiz tore her ACL in the second half of her senior season, so she has yet to see the field, but hopefully will be back next month after a lot of PT she's been going through. So that leaves Smith and Betcher, and now Pena. Smith will get rung up for the first out of this inning. Another Tiger out for this game is outfielder senior Jenna Cash with a lower body injury. Now up for the Tigers is number 18, Jordan Williams. First pitch strike to Williams. Williams playing first this morning. Typical position for her and for the Tigers. Williams check swings and is called for it. Count now 0-2 against her. Ball, count is now 1-2. Smith was O'Reilly's third strikeout of the game. Should now be delivering a 1-2 pitch to Williams. That one's in there for a ball, now 2-2. Lefty versus lefty right now. Nearly hits Williams. Very inside pitch, so now full count. Oof, and on an outside pitch, which Williams and I believe was the fourth ball, was unfortunately the third strike, and Williams will be rung up, and that is the second out of the inning. She'll pass the bat to left fielder, sophomore number 42, Diamond Elizondo. Apologies for any conversations you hear in the background. It is a closed, small booth, so please ignore that. I'll try to turn my mic off as I can, but want to relay the game to y'all. To count to Elizondo in the bottom of the second, 2 outs. Trinity down 2-0, and Elizondo will be sat down by O'Reilly. So 3 up, 3 down for the Tigers as we head into the top of the third. Babson Beavers up 2-0 over the Trinity Tigers. This is Trinity softball from Tiger Network. Now up for the Babson Beavers, number 5, second baseman, Lexi Morris. Morris got a hit, an RBI, and would eventually score in her last at-bat. That hit was actually a double to right center field. Morris will get hit and will get to first on a hit by pitch. So Beavers with first runner on. She'll pass the bat to number 13, shortstop Isabel Aguilar. Aguilar with an RBI in her last AB.
I want to see somebody get thrown out so bad.
So she like has to go on.
No, they usually stay around somewhere.
Yeah, they watch the live stream.
Yeah.
Third baseman De La Luna fields Aguilar's weak grounder and throws out to first. Morris will advance to second on that hit. This will bring up number 15, first baseman Chloe Joslin.
Correction, number 19.
Correction, it is number 19, the catcher,
Yeah, there's a lot of syllables.
Kate Karamusis. Foul ball, count as 0-1 to Karamusis. Nice off speed by Betcher. Fortunately out of the zone. So count is 2-1 now to Karamusis. Hits it under the glove of pitcher Betcher, but scooped up by shortstop Horn, who will throw Karamusis out at first. Runner will advance to third. Now up is number 15, Chloe Joslin. Joslin playing first for the Beavers this afternoon. Joslin is from Wyoming, Rhode Island. First pitch strike. Joslin gets her first hit and RBI of this morning. She goes 5-6 hole on a nice hard base hit. So that will score Morris, and the Beavers are now up 3-0 over the Tigers. Now up is number 14, the center fielder, Audrey Labouliere. Labouliere looking for her first hit of this game. Has teammate on first with 2 outs in this top of the third inning. Has a 1-1 count currently. Now 2-1. Boulier will fly out to right fielder Christina Kish to end the inning. So Beavers get 1 run to make the score now 3-0 in their favor. And we'll be back for the Tigers offense in the bottom of the third. This is Trinity Softball from Tiger Network. Starting off the bottom of the third for the Tigers is center fielder freshman walk-on, number 10, Sid Watson. Watson shows bunt with an incredible bunt down the line, which first baseman Joslin tries to make go foul, but it is a perfect executed bunt right down the line and stays in fair territory. So Watson will get on with that bunt for hit. She'll pass the bat to the right fielder, number 9, senior Christina Kish. Kish shows bunt, pulls back for a strike. Watson, a speedy player for the Tigers, who's on first. Won't be surprised if Martin sets something up to get Watson over to second, hopefully third, and eventually around for the first run for the Tigers. Foul ball back for Kish. Count is 0-2. That one will be a ball. Count 1-2 to Kish. Kish will strike out swinging for the first out. Watson will be thrown out at second for the second out. So 2 quick outs for the Beavers. Head coach Martin coming out to argue about the call at second, saying Watson got under the tag. Hopefully the ump will be called out, will be overturned. He's going to talk to the home plate ump, see if he saw anything different. Not sure if he saw anything different, reading his body language. Call stands. Watson out at second. So 2 outs, 2 quick outs, back to back for the Beavers against the Tigers. But now up is number 3, shortstop Madison Horn. First pitch strike to junior slapper Horn. Horn is from Schertz, Texas, previously attending Clemens High School. Horn swinging a miss. Count 0-2. Horn is a converted slapper that started her sophomore year. So last year, freshman year, she was a straight-up righty and then converted to left side to become a slapper with her speedy feet. Close pitch called ball. Count is 1-2 for Horn from O'Reilly. O'Reilly looking for her 7th strikeout of this game so far. Horn will fly out to shortstop to end the inning. So Tigers get a runner on but can't get her around, and the Tigers are still down 3-0 to the Babson Beavers, who are back on offense in the top of the 4th, and we'll be back. This is Trinity Softball from Tiger Network. Starting off for the Babson Beavers, number 8, Aubriana Natoli. Natoli was previously walked her last at bat. Foul ball, count is now 1-1. Against Shriner yesterday, Natoli drove in a pair of runs. Helped the Beavers get their victory over the Mountaineers. Swing and a miss will give her a count of 1-2. Third pitch job strikes, and Natoli will try to run it out at first, but she's thrown out by catcher Jess Lloyd to Jordan Williams. That'll be the first out of the inning. Now up is number 6, Athena Hydroponies. Hydroponies looking for her first hit this morning.
Now batting number 6, Athena Hydroponies.
I mean, it's kind of said how it's spelled.
0-1 to Hydroponies. Hydroponies is from Rye, New York, previously attending Rye High School. She'll hit a little blooper to shortstop Madison Horn, which is caught for the second out of the inning.
Now batting number 6,
Brings up number 16, Karl Harnick. Harnick, a lefty batter, but righty thrower. That will bounce off a diving left fielder, Diamond Alzano, to give Harnick a stand-up double. So runner in scoring position for the top of the order, which puts the bat in right fielder number 2, Sarah Moore's hands. Moore is a freshman from Kennett Square, Pennsylvania. First pitch ball.
But we already have been to the NCAA because St. Thomas is in their final year
Fly ball in foul territory down left field. Count 1-1 now to Moore. Moore currently with a .250 batting average, 5 RBIs, 6 runs, 1 home run, and 3 stolen bases. In now 5 games that she's played in for her freshman collegiate starting season. Count 2-1 to Moore. Another foul ball. Count 2-2 on Moore. 2 outs. It's a teammate at second. At the top of the 4th. Beavers up 3-0. And she'll be rung up by Betcher. So that will end the inning. No damage done. The Beavers do get a runner on, but will not come around to score. So Beavers still up 3 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. This is Trinity Softball from Tiger Network. back for the top of the lineup for the Tigers. It is catcher number 27, Jess Lloyd. Tigers down 3 in the bottom of the 4th right now. Jess first pitch swinging. She'll fly out to right field. The first out of the inning. She'll pass the bat to number 2, second baseman, senior Sammy Whitman. Whitman is from Austin, Texas, previously attending Lake Travis High School. Whitman is one of the taller players for the Tigers, coming in at 5'9". She will do a base hit, or a bunt for base hit, nearly fielded by O'Reilly, but will go off her leg for an error and allowing Whitman to get on first. So runner on base now for third baseman, number 15, Marina De La Luna. Let's get Whitman around and eventually scoring as the Tigers are looking to get into this ball game now as they're down 3-0 to the Babson Beavers. First pitch strike against De La Luna. De La Luna struck out her last at bat, so looking to get a hit in this one. One is a ball. Count is now 1-1. Swing and a miss for De La Luna. Count is 1-2. Whitman steals on the pitch and gets underneath the tag to be safe at second. So runner now in scoring position for RBI hitter Marina De La Luna. Swing and miss for De La Luna. Count is now 2-2. Foul ball. Count stays 2-2. Last weekend versus Ross in the first game, De La Luna would be the one to score the lone RBI for the Tigers, and the run was scored by Whitman, who's currently at second. So hoping that happens again in this situation for the Tigers. But fortunately, Marina will be sat down on a strikeout by O'Reilly, making it her seventh of this first game. Now up is DP number 19, freshman Lainey Smith. First pitch fouled back, count 0-1. 2 outs in this bottom of the 4th. Runner at second. Smith in the box. One on one count now. She'll hit a liner to the right fielder for the third out. Pushed her deep, and with less than 2 would have been nice and moved the runners, but unfortunately there was 2 outs, so that would be the third out in the inning. So we'll head to the top of the 5th. Tigers still looking for a comeback as they're down 3-0 to the Babson Beavers. This is Trinity Softball from Tiger Network. For the Beavers in the top of the 5th inning, second baseman number 5, Lexi Morris. Morris having a pretty good day so far. She is 1 for 1 with 2 runs, an RBI, and a double. She was hit by a pitch her last at-bat. Current count is 2-0 to her. Hard hit foul. Count now 2-1. Count 3-1 now to Morris. She had a high fly to left, which would have been a home run if it was in fair territory, but it goes left of the foul pole, so just a long strike. Count is now 2-2 to Morris. Morris, a great player for the Beavers. She received NFCA All-New England second team last year, as well as New Mac Player of the Year and All-New Mac first team, as well as Co-SIDA Academic All-District. So that was all last year, and that was her sophomore season. The Beavers only played 18 games last season, cut short due to COVID. Morris would hit .417 with 6 doubles, a home run, 8 RBIs, and 15 runs scored. She led the team with 25 hits and 6 stolen bases. She now gets a walk from Betcher. So Morris continuing to be a threat against the Tigers this afternoon. Head coach Martin calls another timeout, and conference in the circle. We have Lainey Smith warming up in the bullpen alongside a couple Tiger subs hitting in the bullpen. Everyone's staying ready this morning for this first and second game. So now batting is shortstop number 13, Isabel Aguilar. Aguilar with the base hit up the middle, hard to center field. Morris will get to second safely, Aguilar to first safely. So runners at first and second for catcher number 19, Kate Karamusis. And it looks like we'll have a pitching change for the Tigers. Coming in is DP and pitching number 19, freshman Lainey Smith. Smith, like I said, is a freshman from Foxfield, Colorado. Previously attending Regis Jesuit High School. So Smith with her warm-up pitches as she takes over in the top of the 5th. And we'll be back after Smith warms up. This is Trinity Softball from Tiger Network. Karamoussis will be the first to face Smith in the top of the 5th. She has teammates on first and second. First pitch strike from Smith, so a great start so far. Betcher will retire with 5 hits against, 3 runs scored, 2 errors, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, and 1 hit by pitch. Faced 21 batters in 5 innings. So Smith will take over now. She has a 1-1 count on Karamoussis. Now 2-1. Karamoussis will hit a hard grounder, stopped by shortstop Horn, who tries to get the force out at third, but will hit the helmet of the runner. So everyone is safe, but a good hustle play by Horn to get the out, nearly get the out. So no outs, bases loaded for number 15, first baseman Chloe Joslin. Joslin 1 for 2 with an RBI so far this game. First pitch strike from Smith again. Chloe Joslin yesterday versus Mountaineers went 4 for 5. But she'll hit it back to pitcher Smith, who gets the force out at home. So Joslin gets on safely, but no RBI as there's an out at home and no runs added to the Beavers' lead.
Number 14, center fielder, Audrey Labouliere.
So now up for the Beavers is number 10, Audrey Laboliere. She'll hit a clean hit to 5-6 hole, which gets through. So she will pick up 2 RBIs, extending the Beavers' lead now to 5-0. Runners at second and first for number 8, the left fielder, Abriana Natoli. Natoli with a strikeout and a walk so far this morning. Delayed steal by runner at 2 to get to third. It's number 15, Chloe Joslin, with the delayed steal. So runners at first and third now for Natoli. So now another delayed steal. So a delayed steal by runner from first to second, which was La Boulier. Horn just trying to figure out really what to do. She keeps the ball the whole time. She runs at La Boulier, who then gets her in the rundown. Joslin doesn't really bite too much from third. So as much as you'd think that La Boulier was trying to make it so that Joslin could eventually get to third, Madison Horn keeps kind of both of them in the same position until eventually Laboliere breaks for second and apparently gets under the tag out. So runners are safe at second and third. Head coach Martin comes out to argue it, but there will be no conference between the umps as the field ump stays with his decision. So there's 1 out in the top of the 5th. Runners at second and third. A 2-0 count now to Natoli with runners in scoring position. 3-0 count. And it'll be a walk to Natoli. So this will bring up number 6, Athena Hydroponies.
Now batting, number 6, third baseman Athena Hydroponies.
First pitch ball. Bases loaded for Hydroponies. Hydroponies is a freshman for the Beavers, but already making an impact for the team. Yesterday she went 3 for 3 with an RBI versus the Mountaineers. She will line out to shortstop Horn for the out. She tries to get a diving back Joslin at third, but Joslin is in there safely, so that is the second out for the Tigers. Horn having a great day at shortstop and really keeping the Tigers in this defensively with lots of double plays and dives and just overall effort from Horn. So it's great to see her putting in work at shortstop. This will bring up the DP, number 16, Karl Harnick. Harnick is 1 for 2 with a double. She'll come in with bases loaded, 2 outs, 5-0 lead in the top of the 5th. 2-0 count currently to Harnick. Lloyd with the throw down to third to try to get Joslin, but she'll dive back safely. This count is 2-1 to Harnick. Another foul ball, so full count to Harnick now. Harnick will get a base hit over the leaping shortstop Horn. It's thrown in by Elizondo, but not before 2 runners score for the Beavers, who now have a 7-0 lead over the Tigers. Runners at first and second for the Beavers. Tiger outfielders are now told to back up and play their arms to not allow any more runs to score, as the Tigers are heading into run rule danger, as it is in 8 or more runs after 5 innings. That'll end the game. So now batting for Babson, top of the lineup, number 2, Sarah Moore. Moore 1 for 3 on the day with a strikeout and a run. So it goes off Smith and is almost picked up by second baseman Whitman, but it'll go under her legs. So both runners get on safely, advance safely, and an RBI is scored. So Tigers are now in the run rule danger as they are down 8-0 to Babson. Bat is now in the hands of second baseman number 5, Lexi Morris. Morris with a great afternoon, which she hopes to extend. 2 runs, a hit, a double, a hit by pitch, and a walk. There's 2 outs in the top of the 5th, so Tigers can get out of this without any more damage done. And will do so as right fielder Christina Kish makes a sliding catch to end the damage done by the Babson Beavers as they had a 5-run inning in the top of the 5th. So Tigers will be back and are looking to at least get one, or this game will be over early for the Tigers as they're in a run rule danger. So we will be back. This is Trinity Softball from Tiger Network. O'Reilly, of course, will stay in the circle for the Beavers as she's having a wonderful afternoon with only 1 hit against her so far. In 4 innings pitched, she has 7 strikeouts, and she's faced 13 batters. Now up is first baseman number 18, Jordan Williams. This is Williams' second at-bat of the morning. First pitch, swing and a miss. She previously struck out her first at-bat, so looking to turn that around in this one. Currently has an 0-1 count. That will be fouled back. Count is 0-2. Tigers still with a lot of energy in the dugout, cheering on Williams and the rest of their teammates. Williams will unfortunately go down swinging for the first out of this inning.
Now batting, number 42, Diamond Elizondo.
Now batting is left fielder, number 42, Diamond Elizondo. Elizondo struck out her last at-bat. Elizondo sets up a timing hit against O'Reilly. First pitch, swing and a miss from the lefty. And there for a ball, count is 1-1. Elizondo is a local kid, sophomore from San Antonio, Texas, previously attending Stevens High School. Foul ball tipped into the catcher's glove, so count is 1-2 now to Elizondo. Doesn't chase the high ball. Count is now 2-2. Elizondo is vice president of the Trinity softball team and overall athletics program's charity called San Antonio Buddies. You can check out their Insta, which is at SA Buddies. Elizondo is a proud member of that organization. Unfortunately, she'll be sat down by O'Reilly for the second out of the inning, and the second strikeout of the inning so far. So that will give O'Reilly 9 strikeouts in this game. Now up, we have a pinch hitter. There's freshman walk-on number 11, Addie Lusk. Lusk is from Austin, Texas, previously attending Bowie High School. Usually catches is her main position for the Tigers. Like I said, she was one of 4 walk-ons who tried to make it onto the Tigers softball team, and her and teammate and current center fielder Sid Watson were 2 of the 4 to eventually officially make it on. So proud of them. Lusk with a first pitch swing and miss, so count as 0-1. Second pitch is a ball, count as 1-1 to Lusk. Lusk intending to major in biology. She hopes to become a large animal veterinary medicine doctor. Very fitting for Lusk. Always showing us her cattle on her Snapchats. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the second game of a doubleheader between Trinity University and Babson University. Babson Beavers took game 1 8-0 in 5 innings over your Trinity University Tigers, but the Tigers are back at it and hoping to take game 2 of this doubleheader series. The great bunt for hit is number 2, Sarah Moore, leadoff batter for Babson, and first runner on in the second game for the Babson Beavers. Moore showing and continuing her streak of being a great asset to the Babson Beavers in her freshman year. She'll hand the bat off to junior number 5, Lexi Morris. Morris in the last game went 1 for 2 with 2 runs, an RBI, a double, a walk, and a hit by pitch. In the circle for the Tigers is starting pitcher from last game, Emery Betcher. Betcher was pulled after 4 innings, but is hoping to have a different result in this game versus the Beavers. Morris nearly hits into a double play as second baseman Sam Whitman flips it to new shortstop Alexis Saucedo, but they don't get the out at first, just the out at second. So 1 runner down with a runner at first in the top of the first inning. This leads the bat to be in the hands of number 13, Isabel Aguilar. Hard hit to shortstop freshman Alexis Saucedo, who bobbles it, so both runners get on safely. Babson continuing their hard hit streak and continuous hitting game that they have brought in to the 6 games that they've played in Texas so far, and it's not surprising. Northeast and New England area teams are known for their big hits and solid hitting, as most of the time they have to do a lot of hitting indoors due to snow or just weather conditions. They leads to a lot of hitting, and just that's something that doesn't have to be affected by weather because you can do it indoors. So New England and Northeastern teams are very, very known for their big swings, and Babson is proving that theory stereotype correctly with the great starts they've had overall. Trinity will be their last Texas opponent that they face in this Texas series trip they had. They faced Texas Lutheran University on Friday, where they lost 1 game and won the next. They lost 20-0 in 5 innings, but then they lost 1-0. They won both games against Shriner yesterday. They won 20-0 and then 15-4 in 5 innings as well. And then they've won the 5th game against the Tigers. That happened about 30 minutes ago, 8-0. And they're hoping to get another victory and add to their win streak of the many games that they've played in the past 3 games. And so far, they're off to a pretty solid start with runners at first and second. And Aguilar in the box. We have a pinch runner, number 4, Tori Steed. It's pinch running at second. It's second as Moore kind of slid in a bit funny at second. So she'll walk off and get a pinch runner, which is Steed, who tags up on the pop out to right fielder Jess Lloyd, and she'll get to third. So runners are at first and third now. As number 15, Chloe Joslin, steps in. Charleston first pitch swings and will get an out as a sliding Jess Lloyd catches it in right field to end any damage done by the Babson Beavers, who come up strong offensively so far in this game, But the score is still 0-0 as we head to the bottom of the first as the Tigers get the bat in the hands for the first time in this second game of a series between the Babson Beavers and the Trinity Tigers. And we'll be back for Trinity offense. And this is Trinity softball from Tiger Network. Starting the Tigers off offensively is right fielder number 27, Jess Lloyd. Jess hits a hard shot to deep center field and a hit ricochet off the wall for a stand-up double for Lloyd. The freshman Lloyd is back and getting these hits together for the Tigers. A great first pitch swing and solid hit for the Tigers in the bottom of the first. She'll pass the bat off to number 2, second baseman Sammy Whitman. Sam shows bunt, tries to pull her runners, and it was a bit of a loose ball by the catcher, so Lloyd tries to take off but is thrown out at third. Bit of a momentum crusher for the Tigers as their first runner on and lead runner is thrown out at third, but Whitman back in the box with an 0-1 count. Starting pitcher for the Babson Beavers, number 20, Logan McDonald, a senior from Wilmington, Massachusetts, previously attending Austin Prep High School. Sam grounds out to shortstop. McDonald pitched in the second game of Babson versus Shriner Mountaineers yesterday and would improve to 1-1 as she was given the win. She would give up 3 runs in 3 innings before Nicole Sestito took over. McDonald is the second best pitcher for the Beavers, as previously faced star pitcher Maura O'Reilly in Game 1. Marina De La Luna hits a hard one to third. Third baseman throws it to first, but it is an error as the first baseman is not able to pick it. So De La Luna gets on safely. Tigers have another runner on for DP number 19, Lainey Smith.
Now batting, Lainey Smith.
First pitch strike from McDonald to Smith. looking for a ball. Get your fake pumps trying to get De La Luna at first. No throw. Smith hits one foul, so count is now 2-1. Diving catch by the center fielder will end the inning, get the third out for Babson. So Tigers get 2 runners on, but two runners on and a hit, but no one will score. So count remains 0. Score remains 0-0 as we head to the top of the second. Babson on the offense when we get back. This is Trinity Softball from Tiger Network. Starting off for Babson in the top of the second, number 14, Audrey Labouliere.
Now batting number 14, Audrey Labouliere.
Labouliere would go 1 for 2 with a run, 2 RBIs, and a walk. And she will now line out to a semi-diving second baseman, Sam Whitman, for the first out of the inning. She passed the bat to number 8, Aubriana Natoli.
Now batting Athena Hydroponies.
Apologies, it is number 6, Athena Hydroponies. Hydroponies, first pitch swinging, gets a base hit to center field. Now up is number 8, Aubriana Natoli. Natoli was 0 for 1 with a run, 2 walks, and a strikeout previous game. First pitch a strike from Betcher. Defensively for the Tigers this game, we have Abby Miller catching, Emery Betcher in the circle, Marina De La Luna at third, Alexa Saucedo at short, Sam Whitman at second, Jordan Williams at first, Dominic Elizondo in left field, Sid Watson in center, and Jess Lloyd in right field. Pretty similar lineup to the first game, except Saucedo in for Horn at short, Lloyd goes to right field, taking out Kish, Miller in at catcher where Lloyd was, and Betcher back in the circle. Count is currently 1-2 to Natoli. Count is now 2-2. Aubriana Natoli is one of 3 captains for the Babson Beavers. Teammates Isabel Aguilar and Audrey Laboliere are the other 2. Tigers nearly turn a double play. They get the out at second, but Natoli runs it out and is safe at first. But there's 2 outs in the inning now. Now batting is number 9,
Now batting, number 9, Molly Hennessy.
Molly Hennessy.
They had no. There's got second, and the Wolves should just start the first half of it.
She'll line out to second to end the inning. So Babson will get another hit and get some runners on, but no runs still as we head to the bottom of the second. This is Trinity Softball from Tiger Network. Starting the Tigers off in the bottom of the second is first baseman number 18, Jordan Williams. First pitch is a ball from McDonald to Williams. Second ball. Count 2-0 now. Three straight balls from McDonald. Called strike on the outside corner. 3-1 count. Jordan will fly out to left field to get the first out of the inning. She'll pass the bat to number 5, catcher Abby Miller.
Now batting for the Tigers, number 5, Abigail Miller.
First pitch strike. Miller is a first-year catcher from Winnetka, California, previously attending El Camino Real High School. Count is 1-1 after a ball in the dirt. Foul ball to the right side. Count is now 1-2. She'll ground out to the shortstop for the second out of the inning.
So enable stats, XML stats speed.
Now batting is number 42, left fielder Diamond Elizondo. First pitch in there for a ball. Another ball from McDonald. Another ball. 3-0 count to Elizondo. Elizondo looking for her hit. First hit of these two games. 3-1 count. Swing and a miss, full count to Elizondo. And Elizondo gets the walk with the ball in the dirt from McDonald. This brings up center fielder, number 10, Sid Watson. Elizondo stares down catcher who fake pumps to try to get her to dive back to first. Elizondo doesn't bite. Watson with a 2-0 count. Now 2-1. Foul ball back. Count is 2-2 now for Watson. Two and two count, 2 outs, bottom of the second. Runner on first for Watson. And it'll be tracked down by a sliding center fielder, Audrey Labouliere. Great play by her, great back-to-back plays. She had a diving catch in the first inning and now a sliding catch. So Trinity gets runner on but cannot again score, but still great to see this progress as they're getting their bats going and runners on, and we'll hopefully get some runs going as we get into the top of the third. Score is still 0-0, Tigers versus Beavers. We'll be back. This is Trinity Softball from Tiger Network. Starting off the top of the third for the Babson Beavers is number 2, leadoff hitter, Sarah Moore. First pitch strike from Betcher to Moore. She'll ground out to second. First out the inning. Pass the bat to number 5, Lexi Morris. Morris is a junior playing second base this afternoon. She's from Lexington, Massachusetts, previously attending Arlington Catholic. First pitch of the ball. Count is 1-2 as Morris hits it into her leg.
Well, we had the bunt. Bunt and then
Yeah, there's a knock up the middle.
Hits one down the line, but it goes foul. Count is now 1-2 to Morris.
oh yeah, there was 2 hits.
That's it, sense.
Yeah.
Bollinger, good stop by catcher Abby Miller. Count is 2-2 to Lexi Morris. She'll fly out to right field. 2 down. Now up is 13, captain, senior, Isabel Aguilar.
Now batting number 13, Isabel Aguilar.
Beavers so far this game a bit quieter than they were in the last. Aguilar hits a home run. I'll take that one. So Beavers are now up 1-0 over the Tigers in the top of the third. She'll pass the bat to catcher number 19, Kate Karamusis. First pitch strike from Betcher. Aguilar with a solid blast to center field for her home run, the first scoring opportunity. But Karamusis will ground out to the pitcher to end any more scoring for the Beavers. Beavers are now up 1-0 over the Tigers as we head to the bottom of the third. This is Trinity Softball from Tiger Network. Now batting for the Tigers is number 7, Alexis Saucedo. Saucedo is playing short this afternoon for the Tigers in the second game versus Babson University Beavers. Count is 2-0.
Yep, Babson got a hit. Shortstop missed it.
3 straight balls from McDonald. The defensive lineup for the Babson Beavers in the second game of a doubleheader series against the Trinity Tigers is as followed. Pitching is Logan McDonald. Catching is Kate Karamusis. Third base, Athena Hydroponies. Shortstop is Isabel Aguilar. Second base is Lexi Morris. First base is Molly Hennessy. In left field, we have Aubriana Natoli. Center fielder is Audrey Labouliere. And in right field is Sarah Moore. Full count now to Alexis Saucedo.
Babson grounded to second. Trinity got out at second. Couldn't get the double play.
Saucedo will fly out to right field.
Now batting number 27, Jessica Lloyd.
Yep, this is the best one.
Now up is leadoff batter, number 27 and right fielder for this game, Jess Lloyd. Jess with a blast to center that would go off the wall in her first at bat for a stand-up double. Back in the box to make something happen in her second at bat.
No, it's 2. But we're gonna get 3 out of it.
Alright. Babson hit like a line shot in the right side.
That's down.
Jess with a rip to left field that hits off just the tip of the fence to come back in for another stand-up double for Jess Lloyd. Just absolutely dominant in the box this season so far has been freshman Jess Lloyd. And another huge at-bat and hit for Lloyd. So Lloyd is at second, and now up is number 2, Sammy Whitman. Lloyd will be getting a pinch runner, and it is freshman number 33, Leah Gonzalez. Gonzalez is an outfielder. She is from San Antonio, Texas, previously attending East Central High School. Sam Whitman, currently batting, is one of 3 captains for the Tigers, similar to the Babson Beavers with their 3 captains. Alongside Sam Whitman are senior Katherine Patterson, who is currently out with a fever in these games, but she's usually starting pitcher, as well as 5th-year senior utility player Bree Pena. So those are the 3 captains for the 2021-2022 season for the Tigers. Whitman now with a 1-0 count. Incoming pitch from McDonald. Teammate at second. 2-0 count now. Tigers are down 1-0 after a blast to center field for a home run for Isabel Aguilar. Foul ball, 2-1 to Whitman. Sam nearly runs it out at first, but unfortunately is called out as she hits the ground at a second. She will advance Lloyd from second to third. So now up is third baseman number 15, Marina De La Luna. De La Luna is a sophomore from Concord, California, previously attending Concord High School. Swing and a miss from De La Luna, 0-1 count. De La Luna was selected to SCAC All-Conference First Team last year in her freshman year. She'll ground out to short. So the Tigers get another hit and a runner on, but cannot bring Lloyd around. So the score remains 1-0 in favor of the visiting Babson Beavers, and we'll be back for the top of the fourth. This is Trinity Softball from Tiger Network. Now up is number 15, Chloe Joslin. First pitch swing is foul. Joslin would go 1 for 3 in the last game. She would get a run and an RBI, as well as a stolen base. Count is 1-1. So Joslin hits a rip to left field. Elizondo tries to play it, but it will hit off her and bounce back to the corner. So her and now Leah Gonzalez will try to track it down, but Joslin will end up sliding into third safely for a triple. She'll pass the bat to center fielder number 14, Audrey Labouliere. Labouliere, first pitch swinging, goes out of play, foul. Laboliere is a junior outfielder from Pipersville, Pennsylvania. Previously attended Central Bucks East High School and transferred to Babson from LaSalle University. A dominant player for the Beavers. As a sophomore last year, she started in all 18 games in center field, batted .262 with 2 doubles, a triple, a home run, 7 RBIs, and scored 6 runs. And she now adds another RBI to her overall stats with a base hit up the middle. It scores Joslin after her triple, and the Beavers are now up 2-0. Laboliere will pass the bat to third baseman number 6, Athena Hydroponies.
I have 251. Because that one's with okay. And it was a strike, but doesn't matter.
Hydroponies goes to bunt and moves the Laboliere over, almost gets on, but second baseman Sam Whitman picks the ball and gets Hydroponies out. So that is the first out of the inning. And now batting is number 8, Aubriana Natoli.
Now batting, Adriana Natoli.
Also, correction from earlier, defensively, Kit Karamouzis is not catching. It is lefty Chloe Joslin, who is behind the plate for the Beavers.
Oh,
2-0
cute.
count now.
Yeah. That ball has speed on it, but
Yeah. 3-1 count now to Natoli.
and these umpires also pass it.
She'll ground out to the pitcher, but Laboliere will move from second to third on that hit.
Graphics is asleep at the wheel.
Now batting, Molly Hennessy.
Yeah, I feel like she doesn't enjoy her life.
Now up is number 9, Molly Hennessy. Hennessy, a sophomore utility player. This game she's playing first base. She's from Tallahassee, Florida. She'll show bunt. Miller will look back, a diving Laboliere. Babson flies out to second to end the inning. But the Beavers do snag 1 run in the top of the 4th. So we'll head to the bottom of the 4th as Tigers will get back on the offense as they're currently down 2-0 to the Beavers. Much better start, though, than last game. So Tigers are still in it as we head into the bottom of the 4th. This is Trinity Softball from Tiger Network. Now batting is DP, number 19, freshman Lainey Smith. First pitch ball from McDonald. Another ball. 2-0 count from McDonald to Smith. She'll hit a solid one back up the middle. Nearly hits pitcher McDonald. She'll get on safely at first. That'll be the 4th hit of the afternoon for the Tigers. And Laney will get a pinch runner. It is number 3, Madison Horn. So Horn is at first as Smith passes the bat to first baseman number 18, Jordan Williams. Williams squares the bunt, but is called on an outside ball for a strike. One count to Williams. Horn pitch running at first. Tigers down 2-0 to the visiting Babson Beavers. Williams fouls that back. 1-2 count now to Williams. Ball in the door. Horn takes off. And again, it seems like she gets under the tag, but she's called out by the field ump. Head coach Abigail Martin very unhappy with that call. It was a very good throw by catcher Chloe Joslin, but it seems like Horn beat it out when diving in under the tag, but the field ump does not agree. So field ump will have a conference with home plate ump, see if he saw anything different, but does not change his mind. Horn's still out. Tigers very unhappy with that call. So that's the first out of the inning. No runners on now. Williams in the box with a 2-2 count. It is the bottom of the 4th, and Tigers are down by 2 to the Babson Beavers. Another low ball for third ball, and it is now a full count to Williams. Williams hits a hard grounder that is caught by the pitcher, so she's thrown out at first for the second out of the inning. This brings up the catcher, freshman Abby Miller. Morris hits a ball that hits right off the right field line, and she'll be in for a stand-up double, keeping the Tigers alive in the bottom of the 4th here. This brings up number 14, Diamond Elizondo. First pitch swing, back is foul ball. That off speed is in for a strike. 0-2 count to Elizondo. Runner in scoring position at second for Elizondo. Pitches in the dirt. Miller with the big lead off second. That pass ball will allow Miller to get from second to third. And this whole half inning, number 5, Lexi Morris of the Babson Beavers, has been receiving a bit of a PT and talk to from the trainer on Trinity's side on her ankle, that it looked like she kind of tripped and misstepped when she ran to second a couple innings ago. So she's getting it stretched out and evaluated right now behind Trinity's home dugout. Elizondo hits a hard hit that hits off McDonald, but it is scooped up by shortstop to throw her out her first, so no runs scored. Tigers have 4 hits altogether, but still have not been able to rope them together to get any runs scored, and they're still down 2 as we head into the top of the 5th. This is Trinity Softball from Tiger Network. Now batting for the Beavers is number 2, Sarah Moore. Freshman from Kennett Square, Pennsylvania, previously attending Padua Academy. First pitch swing will drop in front of left fielder Elizondo for a double for Moore. Beavers starting off strong. She'll pass the bat to number 18, Caroline Taylor. Taylor is a lefty outfielder, a sophomore from Biddeford, Maine, previously attending Cheverus High School. Taylor shows bunt. Shows bunt again, but it hits her. She is in the box, though, so she is not out, but it is a strike against her, so 1-1 count to Taylor. Taylor is a lefty batter, but righty thrower. Babson has a couple of those actually on their roster. Taylor goes for a bunt, but misses it, so it is now 1-2. She'll ground out to shortstop Saucedo, who makes a great throw from second to get Taylor out. Moore will advance to third on that play. And now up is number 13, Isabel Martin calls time to have a conference in the circle. First pitch ball from Betcher. Moore is at third. Aguilar in the box. 1-0 count to her. Aguilar broke the scoreless game in the top of the third with a solo homer to center field.
Yeah. Who's in center for us?
She now has a 3-0 count.
Had a really good batting coach.
And she will be given a walk.
That doesn't look like Ezra.
Now up is number 19, Kate Karamouzis.
Whoever did it, that did not look like Ezra. That was, I mean, love Ezra, but that was too tall to be Ezra.
So 19 is,
Yeah.
so yeah, 19, right? Now we have 13. Now batting number 19, Kate Karamouzis.
Kate Karamouzis is up with teammates at first and third with 1 out in the top of the fifth. Her team, Babson, leads 2-0 over the Tigers. She hits a hard shot back up the middle, which will score 1 run and advance another runner. So Babson now up 3-0. She passed the bat to number 15, catcher Chloe Joslin.
Now batting number 15, Chloe Joslin.
Joslin is a sophomore catcher. Bats right, throws left. She's from Wyoming, Rhode Island. First pitch swings a base hit to left field. Head coach sends Aguilar, who scores from second, and runners are now on second and third as Babson is up 4-0 in what might be their breakout inning. Now batting is center fielder Audrey Labouliere. Laboliere has had a wonderful game defensively so far with 2 diving plays to get outs. And she's also been great with the stick as well. First pitch in for a strike from Betcher.
Now batting Audrey Labouliere.
Second pitch ball, count is 1-1 to Laboliere. Count is now 1-2. 1 out. Top of the fifth. Runners at second and third. Bowlier swings foul. Count stays 1-2. The Beavers have 8 hits, 1 error for their 4 runs. Trinity, scoreless so far in this game, has 4 hits and 2 errors. Tune to count now to Laboliere. full count. Boulier will fly out to shortstop Saucedo. Runners don't advance. Second out in the inning. Now up is number 6, third baseman Athena Hydroponies. Hydroponies grounds out to second base to end the inning. Beavers get 2 runs and now lead 4-0 over the Tigers. Tigers back for the bottom of the 5th. This is Trinity Softball from Tiger Network. Offensive lineup for Babson remains the same, with Logan McDonald in the circle, Chloe Joslin catching. At third base, Athena Hydroponies. At shortstop, Isabel Aguilar. Second base is Lexi Morris. First base is Molly Hennessy. In left field, we have Caroline Taylor. In center field, we have Audrey Laboliere. And in right field, Sarah Moore. Now batting for the Trinity Tigers in the bottom of the 5th is Sid Watson. Watson got her first collegiate double last weekend at Sol Ross. Very exciting moment for the walk-on. She now has a 2-0 count for McDonald. Count is now 2-1. Foul ball back, 2-2 on Watson. High ball, full count to Watson. McDonald will sit down Watson on strikeout swinging. This will bring up number 7 shortstop Alexa Saucedo. So this will be the last of 6 games Babson has in Texas. They played 2 versus TLU, 2 versus Shriner, and now 2 versus Trinity. And in mid-March, they will have a Florida tournament. They'll have a series in Florida, playing 10 games down in Florida, mainly in Claremont and Leesburg. And then they will start their conference play March 31st. For the Tigers will be back tomorrow for a rescheduled game against University of Mary Hardin-Baylor. Those games are at 5 and 7. That ball hits the ground and then hits Saucedo, who will get first from a hit by pitch. So Tigers with a runner on, and top of the lineup, it's number 27, Jess Lloyd, who has had 2 big-time hits so far, one off the wall in center and one off the wall in left, both for stand-up doubles. So Tigers have this game, and they have 2 versus UMHB tomorrow at 5 and 7, and then they will start conference play at Centenary University, which is in Shreveport, Louisiana, which is West Louisiana. So they'll take that 9-hour bus trip next weekend as they play them March 5th and 6th. But as of right now, the Tigers are trying to get back into this ball game as they're currently down 4 to the visiting Babson Beavers. Lloyd continues her hit streak as she gets the base hit to the 5-6 hole. She advances Saucedo to second and gets on safely herself. So 2 runners on for slapper number 2, Sammy Whitman. Relaying some changes and substitutions to the home plate ump. Make sure everything's on schedule. It's really great to see, of course, the usual Trinity University fans who've made their way out here. Family, friends, students, as well as there are quite a few Babson Beavers, some visiting fans, which is great to see. Hope they had a great time in Texas, visiting down from Massachusetts after their Texas road trip for Babson. So it's great to see fans from all over here enjoying some softball during this little chilly weather. I'm sure Babson doesn't mind it too much, being from Massachusetts. It's been in about the mid-40s, 50s this afternoon. Sun is out, though, which has been very nice. So it's just a great day to have a softball game. 1-0 count to Whitman. Two-0 to Whitman. Saucedo at first, who got on with Saucedo at second, who got on with a hit by pitch. Lloyd at first, who is 3 for 3 now in this game. She had a base hit to the 5-6 hole.
Oh, we picked them off.
That one is in for a strike. 2-1 count to Whitman. Now is the time for the Tigers to really start notching some hits together and get a run on the board. Count now 3-1. Same with a bit of a check swing that moves runners, but she is thrown out at first. So there are 2 outs on the inning. Runners at second and third now for the third baseman, number 15, Marina De La Luna. First pitch swing goes foul down left field. Left field line, 0-1 count to De La Luna. De La Luna from Concord, California, about 40 miles east of San Francisco. Bay Area kid. Swing and miss, count is 0-2. 0-2 count, 2 outs, runners at second and third, bottom of the fifth. Tigers down 4-0.
She's just had some pretty solid hits.
Ball's in the dirt. Stopped by catcher Joslin.
Like, I think she, in earlier bat, she hit the NCAA appearances text.
She did.
I don't know who her first batter was. They lined out to second. Solid contact, maybe it's...
Hits that back. Another foul ball. Count 1-2 to De La Luna. De La Luna with the timing hit. Pull back. And she will get, looks like she got hit on that low ball. And the home plate ump will check with the field ump if it hit her. He also asked De La Luna, who must have got out of the way. Salcedo broke for home on that and runs back as Jocelyn keeps it in front of her, the catcher. So 2-2 count now to De La Luna. She'll lay off that high ball for McDonald. So now full count, 2 outs, runners at second and third, bottom of the fifth, Tigers down 4.
It was literally just kind of them and their girlfriends and then this weird group of girls from UTSA. Weird crowd.
De La Luna rips an inside pitch foul.
Oh, they were super nice. Like,
Oh, yeah.
it was better than the first party I went to last night, but it was just a weird group.
I know a couple of them, so like one of them.
De La Luna definitely one of the stronger hitters in the Tigers lineup.
No, I went to a different party.
And it's definitely shown not only through leading the team in home runs last year, but just from her swing and her throws from third. Definitely an overall strong kid. So full count. Incoming pitch from McDonald to De La Luna. De La Luna hits a hard base hit to third baseman Hydroponies, who fields it and throws her out at first. Unfortunately, Tigers get 2 runners on, but cannot get them past home plate. So Tigers still down 4 as we head to the top of the 6th. This is Trinity Softball from Tiger Network. Starting off for the Beavers in the top of the 6th is number 8, Aubriana Natoli. She'll pop out to first baseman Jordan Williams in foul territory for the first out of the inning. This will bring up number 16, Karl Harnick.
Now batting, Kara Hardy.
I don't know how to say his first name. Whiskey? Wisniewski. He's tripping. Alright. Shot like the
2-0 count. Betcher still in the circle for the Tigers.
I know.
I feel like you go like first weekend series. You don't get a hit in the first weekend series with like a stash like that.
That one is in for a strike.
You said 2-1, 1-2.
1-2 count. 1 out to Harnick. Harnick waits back on Betcher's off speed and hits a base hit to short center. So she will get on base. Now it is the top of the order with number 2,
Now batting,
right fielder Sarah Moore. Sarah shows bunt but pulls back as that pitch is in the dirt.
Shop?
Moore so far has a .250 average this season with a home run, 3 stolen bases, 6 runs, and 5 RBIs.
I can't tell if we scored 1 or 2 runs, but we scored something. We scored 2 because Gore was on second. It's not 3-2.
Moore nearly hits into the double play, but Saucedo and Whitman can only get the runner at second. So that's 2 outs. Runner at first. Now up is number 18, left fielder Caroline Taylor.
now batting, number 18, Caroline Taylor.
Yeah. There's no between the car.
And so head coach Dave Cannon calls for fake swing and for Moore to take off to second, but Moore is clearly thrown out with a great throw from Miller to get her out at second as the Tigers did not fall for the fake swing, and that'll end the inning. So the Beavers get a couple runners on, but no one scores. They are still up 4, though, as we head to the bottom of the 6th, but overall, much better game for the Tigers. This is Trinity Softball from Tiger Network. Starting the Tigers off in the bottom of the 6th is DP number 19, Lainey Smith. Smith had a hard base hit up the middle to get on her last at-bat, hoping to continue that in this at-bat.
Vonderhaar flied out to left field.
First pitch ball. Smith hasn't gone into pitch yet this game. She had to in the first game in the 4th inning to take over for Betcher, but Betcher having a much better game in this second game of the doubleheader series with Babson and is getting the job done so far. 2-0 count now to Smith.
Yeah, once he hits 100, he'll probably be done.
2-1.
Maybe bottom of the sixth.
Ball in the dirt. Good stop by catcher Joslin. 3-1 count to Smith. Smith swings, but it does go off her body, and she stays in the box. So it's a strike against her, but she's not called out. If a player swings and hits off them and they're out of the box, usually happens to slappers a lot of the time, but can, of course, happen to righties. They're automatically out. But, of course, in this case, Smith was in the box, so it is a full count now to freshman Lainey Smith. No outs, bottom of the sixth, Tigers down 4. Nice fielding play by third baseman Hydroponies to get Smith out at first. Smith will hand the bat off to first baseman, number 18, sophomore Jordan Williams. Williams is from Clayton, California, previously attending Clayton Valley Charter High School. Similar to best friend and third baseman Marina De La Luna, she is about 40 minutes east of San Francisco, so another Bay Area kid. While Marina received first team all-conference accolades last year, her freshman year, partner in crime Jordan Williams received second team all-conference accolades. So we're very proud of that pair. Count is now 2-0 to Williams.
I think she's been up there for a minute.
Yeah, live. The situations were up there really not music.
3-0.
Okay, 24 and 20 are similar.
Last year, Williams led the team in doubles, and so far this season, that stat continues. She still leads the team in doubles, and she gets on with a walk.
He gave a 4-pitch walk. Oh my god.
Pinch runner for Williams will be freshman number 11, Addie Lusk. Now in the box is catcher number 5, freshman Abby Miller. Miller and Williams exchange words. Williams telling Miller, and now on deck hitter Diamond Elizondo what to look for, what you got, lay off probably some pitches, have McDonald come to you. And Miller steps in the box with runner on first, 1 out, bottom of the sixth, down 4. First pitch ball. Joslin tries to back pick a diving back Lusk, but Lusk gets in safely from Hennessy's tag. Miller with a base hit to left field, advances Lusk to second, and she gets on safely herself. So runners at first and second for Diamond Elizondo, but we will have a pitching change. In now for the Babson Beavers is starting pitcher from last game, lefty number 12, Maura O'Reilly. O'Reilly is the star pitcher for the Beavers. She's a sophomore, natural lefty from Columbus, Ohio, previously attending Bishop Watterson High School.
Yes, yeah, it is. She's right.
Yeah, like they had 2 good hits.
This is the girl that's like just killing us.
In her first year last year, O'Reilly had 7 starts in a circle. She went 4 for 2. She had a 1.38 ERA and 50 strikeouts in 40.2 innings pitched. She was able to record 1 shutout and 3 complete games, and she had a season-high 10 strikeouts and allowed just 2 runs over 7 innings in her collegiate debut. So O'Reilly is definitely star pitcher for the Babson Beavers, as we saw firsthand in Trinity Tigers as she took the win last game 8-0, and multiple other wins against Schreiner University that she pitched in, having a shutout and complete game in one of those. And even in the losses to TLU, she definitely put up a fight. So she's star player for sure for Babson, and definitely one of the best pitchers that the Tigers have faced so far this season. So now batting is left fielder number 42, sophomore Diamond Elizondo. First pitch from O'Reilly is a ball, so 1-0 count. Elizondo gets in the box with teammates at first and second with 1 out, bottom of the 6th. Tigers need some runs to get back in this game. They're down 4-0. That one's in there for a strike, 1-1. Like I mentioned earlier, Elizondo is a key outreach support member of the community through the Trinity University Tigers charity, which is called San Antonio Buddies. Swinging this for Elizondo. Count is now 1-2. San Antonio Buddies was previously titled Trinity Buddies. Last year, they were able to raise $8,000 for local homeless families and kids for the Northeast Independent School District. Elizondo is vice president for that charity. She fouls that back. Count stays 1-2. And it's something she's very proud of and very much a part of, as is the whole softball team and many athletics players and teams, as there's a rep from every single team, 1 to 2 reps. And it's just great to see the San Antonio community give back that Trinity University participates in. Elizondo sits down with a strikeout from O'Reilly. 2 outs now. If you'd like to learn more about San Antonio Buddies, you can check out their Instagram, which is at SA Buddies, or their Twitter, which is at Buddies Trinity. If you feel like donating, their Venmo is at SA Buddies. This year, they're raising money for I9 Sports, which is a local sports organization that helps kids in financial need play sports, and all their donations will go to the kids for enrollment fees and equipment. So that's San Antonio Buddies. So we have a pinch hitter. It is 5th-year senior captain, number 1, Brianna Pena. Pena shows bunt, pulls back. It's a ball. 1-0 count, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th. Pena's from LaPorte, Texas, previously attending LaPorte High School. LaPorte is southeast Texas, over by Corpus, by the beach. Corpus and Galveston. Pena came back for her 5th year, not only to use her COVID year for softball and athletics, but also, of course, for to major, get her master's for accounting. She's an accounting major. So Port's right outside Houston, and it is off Galveston Bay. So it's more East Texas, my apologies. Right by Galveston. Pena with a 2-1 count. Count now 3-1. High pitch, swing and a miss by Pena. Full count to her with 2 outs. Addie Lusk at second. Abby Miller at first. Bottom of the 6th. Whew. And first baseman Hennessy comes in to catch the pop by Pena, nearly drops it, probably lost it in the sun, but she does make the catch, which ends the inning. So Tigers try to get some damage and get some runners on, but they can't again get them across home. So the score stays 4-0 in favor of the visiting Babson Beavers, and we'll be back for the top of the 7th. This is Trinity Softball from Tiger Network. For the 7th inning defensively, Emery Betcher will stay in the game. Hopefully have a complete game. Catcher is Abby Miller, third baseman Marina De La Luna, shortstop Alexis Saucedo, second baseman Sam Whitman, first baseman Jordan Williams, left fielder Diamond Elizondo, center fielder Sydney Watson, and right fielder is Jess Lloyd. Now batting for the Beavers is number 18, Caroline Taylor.
Anybody know who number 29 is for baseball?
2-0 count to Taylor.
Jack Schmidt.
Check swing called strike. 2-1 count to Taylor.
I'm a sophomore and I don't.
And if I'm in class with him my sophomore year,
Yeah, he's got to be a redshirt.
Swing and a miss. 2-2.
I think they're all this season. Because I think last year's didn't for anybody, right? Or was that the
Now full count to Taylor.
oh, it was the year before they didn't count him?
Yeah.
Our story changed. Okay, so his freshman year.
And Taylor gets a walk. This will bring up number 13, shortstop Isabel Aguilar. Aguilar is a senior from Avon, Connecticut, previously attending Avon High School.
Now batting Isabel Aguilar.
First pitch swing to the gap in right center is Aguilar. Aguilar stops at 2 with the stand-up double. Taylor, Taylor is sent home, which should have been a tag out, but the ball bumped out of catcher Miller's glove, so Taylor slides in safely, and Aguilar gets to 2 with a stand-up double. Solid hit by Aguilar, who also has a homer in this game, which came in the 3rd inning to get the Beavers' run started. Now up is number 19, Kate Karamusis.
Yeah. Well, it's plus TS. I don't know the throw. Do I need to put on the catcher?
Well, do you have, like, did you put a B in there? Because we didn't put a B in there.
Yeah, this is just going to throw.
Don't give an error.
I wouldn't give an error because I don't have to really jam because you can assume the out.
Go ahead.
Okay.
1-1 to count to Karamusis.
The softball player, if he calls out an error, it's just in my heart. Come on.
It's like temper my
Now 2-1.
there's no way she should have scored.
She,
I would also give that penalty to catcher.
I would, it's entirely. Let's go, Schmidt.
Now 3-1 count to Karamusis with Aguilar at second. Beavers up 5-0 over the Trinity Tigers. We are in the top of the 7th.
Just because it was so
Now it's fastball.
So Betcher walks Karamusis, but is a wild pitch that gets by catcher Miller. So Aguilar takes third, and then while Miller is retrieving the ball, Karamusis hustles down to first and then takes second on the wild ball and lack of attention by the Trinity Tigers. So runners at second and third. For catcher number 15, Chloe Joslin. No outs in the top of the 7th. Beavers up 5 over the Tigers. First pitch swing is Joslin. She'll fly out to shortstop Saucedo, calling off Whitman and Betcher. Now up is center fielder number 14, Audrey Labouliere.
Now batting number 14, Audrey La Boulier.
First pitch strike from Betcher to Labouliere. Wild pitch. Aguilar breaks for home but stops as the ball doesn't get too far past catcher Miller. So runners stay at second and third. Count is 1-1 to Labouliere. Base hit for Labouliere. She'll get an RBI as she scores Aguilar. Karamusis moves to third base. So runners at first and third for number 6, Athena Hydroponies. And pitching change for the Tigers. So Betcher does not get the complete game. Only go for 1 out in the 7th, and it back in is number 19, Lainey Smith. And we'll be back after Smith's warm-up pitches. So the Babson Beavers have already seen pitcher Lainey Smith in Game 1, but the first to face her right now in Game 2 is Athena Hydroponies. Hydroponies comes in with teammates at first and third. 1 out, top of the 7th. Babson up 6. Miller snags a high ball from Smith that could have ended badly if it got past her. Hydroponies almost hits into a double play, but only the runner at 2 is thrown out. But she does secure an RBI as she scores Karamoussis from third. So Hydroponies at first for number 8, Aubriana Natoli, who steps into the box. 2 outs, top of the 7th. Beavers up 7-0 over the Trinity Tigers. First pitch strike against Natoli from Smith. 1-1 count to Natoli. Natoli's a senior infielder from Fairfield, Connecticut, previously attending Fairfield Ward High School. 1-2 count now from Smith to Natoli. And she will check swing, but it's past home plate, so that's called strike 3 against Natoli, and that will end the inning. But damage has been done as the Beavers get 3 in the 7th, and Tigers have a chance to get back in this, but they are on their last life as they'll be coming up to bat in the bottom of the 7th, down 7. And we'll be back. This is Trinity Softball from Tiger Network. Leadoff batter for the Tigers in the bottom of the 7th will be shortstop number 7, freshman Alexis Saucedo. Staying in the circle is relief pitcher in this game 2, Maura O'Reilly.
Now batting number 7, Alexa Saucedo.
Saucedo is a freshman from Harlingen, Texas, previously attending Harlingen High School. Saucedo looking to get something started for the Tigers in the bottom of the 7th as they're currently down 7 to the visiting Babson Beavers. So we have Trinity playing Babson in softball, and currently one field over the baseball team. Trinity Tigers are also playing the baseball Babson Beavers. So exciting to have both baseball and softball playing the same opponent. And we wish both teams safe travels back. I believe I heard Babson softball at least has a 3 o'clock flight out of San Antonio back to Massachusetts, which is why our games stayed at 9 and 11 despite the change. The rescheduling. Times stay the same, so Babson will be getting out of here after this game. 2-2 count to Saucedo.
Based on what I've seen thus far, I mean, I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but like that would be very
O'Reilly, dominant pitcher, lefty for the Beavers, and has been shutting down the Tigers and continues to do so as she sits down Saucedo with a strikeout. We are now to the top of the lineup for the Tigers as it is right fielder number 27, Jess Lloyd. Jess having a dominant day, 3 for 3. 1 off center field wall, 1 off left field wall, a rip of a base hit. First pitch ball from O'Reilly to Lloyd. Lloyd just proving how much of a consistent hitter she is and vital player for the Tigers.
I'm sorry, he's even better. 69 in the.
Oh my god. Yeah. They're not. He's probably gonna finish the game.
Yeah.
1-1 count to Lloyd. Lloyd flies out to second for the second out of the inning. Tigers down to their last out. Brings up number 2, second baseman, Sam Whitman. Whitman steps in the box with 2 outs. Team down 7 in the bottom of the 7th. Smart play by slapper Sam Whitman. She sees corners it back a bit and not expecting it. She lays down a beautiful bunt, no throw, runs it out and safely to first to get a runner on. Great play by Whitman, smart play by Whitman to try to get something done for the Tigers. She'll pass the bat to number 15, third baseman, Marina De La Luna. De La Luna going with the timing hit.
It'll move up your defense.
Okay. So they have to like honor it a little bit.
Kind of.
0-2 count to De La Luna.
At this level, no, they're not going to buy it. But the purpose of it is to move up your corners, especially, and it'll shift your middle infielders more towards the bases and create a bigger gap.
It does, like, I feel like it would make sense in there.
Doesn't go for the high inside. 1-2. Whitman at first. 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th. Tigers down 7 to Babson.
What it is supposed to shift your defense.
Okay, I can see how it would.
Mets lined up to short.
De La Luna goes down swinging to end the game. So the visiting Babson Beavers take both games of this doubleheader series versus the Trinity Tigers. They win the first game 8-0 in 5 innings, and they take this game 7-0 in 7 innings. The Beavers would score in the 3rd and the 4th. They'll score 2 in the 5th and 3 in the 7th for their 7-0 victory. The Tigers get 7 hits but cannot get any runs, and Babson will get 7 runs on their 11 hits. Tigers get 3 errors to Babson's 1. So the Babson Beavers take both games of this doubleheader series on this Sunday. We wish the Babson Beavers safe travels back to Massachusetts and good luck in their Florida tournament in March. The Trinity Tigers will be back tomorrow night as they take on University of Mary Hardin-Baylor at 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock here at their home field. So you can listen in to me, Gina Monaco, tomorrow at 5 and 7 for another doubleheader series for the Trinity Tigers. And I look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow night. Safe travels for anyone going home. Thank you so much for listening. We appreciate everyone's time and everyone's views. Thank you, and thank you for supporting Trinity softball. And we'll see y'all tomorrow night at 5 and 7 as the Trinity Tigers take on the UMHB Crusaders. I'm Gina Monaco. This is Trinity softball from Tiger Network. Have a great rest of the day. Bye.